Welcome back to another episode of Girls Thinking Out Loud. We're going through a rebranding phase, so we don't know if we're going to call it Girls Thinking Out Loud, but we're going to stick to it for the script for now. I'm Jannhavi, and I am with Nisha. We both thought about starting a podcast, I think about 2 years ago, and we stuck to it for a month, and then we just didn't. But yeah, about 2 years later, we're back at it again, and it's our way of reconnecting. And a little bit of background, Nisha is my ex-roommate from Symbiosis. We were roommates for about 2 years. Those were 2 very eventful years of my life. I learned a lot from her. There's a lot of bacteria that can grow on an unclean plate if you leave it out for about 2 months, and then you rediscover it accidentally while you're going through your roommate's clothes. Amongst other stuff, like smoking in your room will let out that kind of smell that would get the warden coming to your room and knocking on it, and you will end up actually paying a fine for it, and you can't really get out of these things by denying that it was for art. So like you have done so before. Anyway, welcome Nisha to this show.
I mean, you do realize now I can never make my mother hear this.
That's okay. She was never going to hear it in the first place. We have too much shit to talk about that your mom can hear about this.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. That was my awkward introduction to who we are. Yeah.
Yeah, and it only covers all the great things about me, nothing about you yet.
I have put you in very good light so far.
It kind of
but let's see how it goes.
That's all.
What?
It kind of sums up my life. That is exactly who I am since grade 5 till now. Exactly. Dude, you were saying that we started doing this 2 years ago, and I kind of feel like, fuck, 2 years is a long time. Especially,
I think we started in 2018, right? We started in 2018, and we were really adamant about making this like a weekly thing. And I would come to your office when everyone was gone, and would sit with your phone, and we would record. Yeah. And we did that religiously for a month, and then I don't know what happened. Either we got busy or we decided that we just didn't have the time for it. I don't know what it was. But here we are. You're sitting in Raipur right now. I'm sitting in Pune, and we're doing it through Zoom, which is strange.
I kind of remember this, that you'd come down to my office, and in my office, I'm back in the days, I was this like really strict human back in my office, and I have a lot of subordinates, and I tell them how to do shit and what to do, and be this like really, I'll wear these long kurtis and jhumkas and pretend to be like a really serious mature woman. And the moment you come to my office and we are beginning to make this podcast show, I remove my bra in my office space, lie down, and we start recording. And in my mind, I was thinking we should actually call it Bras Off. Do you remember that time?
I know. That was actually going to be the name of one of our episodes. But yeah, since we're rebranding, we can always think of these things. I don't remember you taking your bra off in your workplace, but that's very appropriate. That's very, very appropriate.
But I think why I feel even now that it should be bras off is because, you have to like wear your bra the whole day, and you're pretending to be something, and you're trying to like, not pretending to be something as much as like trying to be controlled, and watch before you speak in front of people in the normal world scene. But I kind of feel like when we come to this space and you and I are chatting, it's really like you come back home, take your bra off, get in your pajamas, and it doesn't matter. You can let go. You can
Fair enough. Because I'm a very snooty, snobby bitch, I'm going to say, do you want to call it bras off or brassiere off? Because brassiere is just a fancy word for bra. So like, should we call it le brassiere off? I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, we can keep that as an option.
Yeah.
If you add le or la to anything, it can just be fancy.
Suits you,
for sure. Yeah.
So what? You were 23 when we started this? 23.
Oh fuck! Don't talk about it, man. You're making me depressed already, and we haven't even started. Like I turned 26 exactly a month ago. Like today's 11th March. I turned 26, and I'm still like in shock that age is happening. Yeah. I am aging.
My God, and you're like closer to 30. Like,
yeah, I am now closer to 30. That's true. I don't really know how I feel about that, and I feel really upset because during the lockdown, I turned 25. So I was like, oh my God, 25, this is the year I'm going to do everything I can. Because after that, I'll be on the flip side towards my 30s. And then I did nothing. And I just sat at home for we all did, but I just felt like, fuck, man, my 25th year is just gone. And now we're back at it again in lockdown. This is my 26th year. And I'm really fucking fuming at this point because I just want to do things and I can't do anything. But I'm trying my best right now at home.
What is it that you want to do that you can't do?
I don't know, man. I want to go out, dude. Like, it sounds like out. Remember I was telling you about that? I saw it on Airbnb, where you could sort of rent this tree house out for like about a month, 2 months, as long as you like, I guess. Yeah. And it's run by this DJ, and he has like his own studio at the bottom, and they have like all these things in the treehouse activity, and it's very like what do you call it? Auroville vibes over there. Like, everybody helps with everything, but of course you're still paying because Airbnb. So like I wanted to do that. I still can. Yeah, but the timing is a bit off, especially with everything happening. It's not exactly the wisest thing to do. So yeah, I really wanted to do a lot of things.
But Jannhavi, do you still see people, let's say on Instagram, or do you like still hear of people who've moved to Goa or who've moved to Himachal and they're working from home and they're like really living their life even under this? They're getting the best out of the lockdown.
I know people who have, and honestly, that's great. That's really, really great. But unfortunately, I can't do that because work is somewhat very, very skeptical about these things. So I can't. I know you can work from home anywhere, but unfortunately that does not apply to me. So I guess I'll have to just do this some other time, I guess.
It is not so easy. I mean, it's not like I'm working from home. I don't have a job anymore now. But I know my parents would freak out if I were to tell them that I'm going to move to Goa for a month in this sort of an environment right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I went with someone that my mom and dad are okay with, then I don't think it would be so much of a problem. Because like now I'm 26, man. I think I can make my decision of where I spend my time, as long as I'm doing it wisely and financially it's fine. I don't think it should be a problem. And I really want to do this. Like, I really, really, really want to do this. And I need you because I don't know how to ride a scooter. So I will need you in Goa for this.
Dude, I can already imagine myself being in Goa right now.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah, and you know what? I was just telling my sister today. I was telling Cece today that I feel I am going through. Recently, I went through a breakup, right? You know about it.
Yeah.
I was telling Cece, the days the weather outside is good, I am able to, go past my feelings and feel good about the day and feel good about myself, and I'm able to kind of, navigate through those like dark clouds that are hovering over my head all the time. And when the weather is not good, when it's like extremely hot outside, I can't. I'm sad, and I'm still mourning over my breakup, which happened like a month ago. So I feel about going to places like Goa or let's say Himachal or any of these offbeat places in an environment that we are in right now. It just seems like just the weather itself would do so much healing and so much good.
Yeah. Dude, 100%. Like going through a breakup during a lockdown or anything that is just hurting you emotionally, mentally, whatever, physically even, it's really, really sad when you're stuck at home and you can't go out. And you have a balcony, you can stand on the balcony, but it's not the same as your free will of moving around. I mean, I just think at the end of the day, it's free will, because I don't know, maybe if there was no lockdown, maybe I still wouldn't have gone to Goa for 1 month. It's just that I could have the choice of going. Here I have no choice, which is what is upsetting to everybody, I guess. That free will concept is no longer there during the lockdown. You can't do it. You can, but it's not wise.
Yeah. And I mean, the moment I heard that we are undergoing a lockdown in Raipur, the same day I was driving my car and I told my mom, I just started freaking out. I was spiraling out. I was telling Mama that I just can't, ye khareedna, wo khareedna. How will we stock this? I need to eat really well. And all sorts of things. My mom was like, Nisha, just shut up. And like, I tell you, she was like, you always do this, because now it seems like it's become always sort of a thing. It happened last time also when the lockdown happened, and I freaked out like crazy. Just the idea of not being able to just get out of my house and drive around wherever I want to drive around. Even if I do not wish to, I want to have...
I mean, what else can you do in Raipur anyway? So, except drive around.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is like the only freedom you have, and that's gone. Like,
Yeah,
what else can you do?
absolutely. Janvi, thanks.
I don't think we have any viewers from Raipur or any viewers at all. So I don't think I should be getting any backlash over this. But yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what really fucking scarred me through lockdown? I don't know, man. It's damn weird. Okay. So when the lockdown started, everybody on Instagram started posting like videos and started doing those challenges and stuff like that. And like there are the songs that they kept using. And till this date, if I listen to that particular song when it was the challenge, then it triggers me. It fucking triggers me because it was a dark ass time during that time. Even I didn't have a job. I was at home after a very long time and I couldn't go out. I couldn't meet anyone. I couldn't talk. Everything that everyone was going through was the same with me. But like I was on my phone a lot more because there was nothing else for me to do, and I would only consume content like a fucking meth addict. Okay, and there would be these songs, and people are dancing and doing the challenge, and they're having fun. I mean, I get it; it was like a TikTok challenge or whatever. But like those songs scar me, okay, and it still scarred me till now. If I listen to that song, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm back in 2020 in that period of time. I don't know if that's happened to you, but it's weird, but it happens to me a lot.
But what song is it? Like, do you recall the song or do you
I
not?
don't know. Fuck, I don't want to sing it, man. Oh, Roses. That was one song that everyone would play. No, 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 no. I fucking can't sing. I can't sing at all. But you know, it was really, it fucking triggers me even till this date. And even more so with reels right now on Instagram and like everybody on it. Like even I made a reel, so I'm also part of that whole community of people who make reels. But like every time I scroll on a reel, it's the same challenge, like over and over again. You know the song, if it's up, the one, I can't remember who fucking sang it, but somebody sang. It's there all the time in my reels, dude. I will scroll like 20 reels and it's the same fucking song. It's driving me insane, man.
No, but it's like, what kind of reels do people usually put for with this song in the background?
Like they're dancing to it. And the funny part is, it is kind of my fault because the algorithm is tuned to what I am looking at. And I am looking at this. But if I look at it once and I like it, God forbid, it's going to be this throughout my entire whatever, throughout reels the entire time for the next like 3 days. It's going to be the same thing repeated over and over again. The songs, I mean, people dancing or whatever. But
I can't
yeah,
dance to it. Like, you feel like I want to
I
dance
don't know.
to it as well or no? What is it? Like, why do
Dude,
you think
I've realized that holy shit, I have aged because dude, I am fucking sad about this, but I did try to practice one of those challenges with the songs and I realized I can't do it. I look so awkward and so out of tune. It's like if you make me dance at a club or something like that, I will be able to do it. Like I will dance and I'll dance well. But when it comes to like following steps, I'm literally old, dude. I can't comprehend. My spatial ability, my everything is gone at the age of 26, dude.
Oh,
And I
God.
feel like shit.
I wish this was not just an audio thing. I wish we also had some video added to this and we could see you
Of
dancing.
what, me dancing really badly to this?
Yes, yes.
Oh my god. What about you? What comes on your reel feed? I'm very curious to know. Because I have a lot of weird ass stuff. What about you?
So yeah, I don't use Instagram, and
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Go on. Explain why.
it's I think I've always had this sort of like a love-hate relationship with Instagram. I mean, I can genuinely say that it was a complicated relationship. I got a lot from Instagram because I made a lot of friends who I did not know of, influencers who became friends, we did projects together. So I could see the good part of being in this whole Instagram community. But at the same time, I was on it 24/7. I mean, I would wake up and the first thing I'd open would be Instagram. And I yeah, I mean, yeah, I was working in this sort of work environment where everybody was a little bit younger than me, 20, 18, 19, 22, and they all looked supremely hot. They all looked gorgeous. I was working and I was like going through this tough phase in my life because I was extremely overworked, burnt out, and working 24/7, doing marketing, trying to sell this like really heavy priced product. Whereas I would see these girls and guys, they just all their life was, I mean, all they do the whole day was go to college, looking really pretty, come back from college, go to some cafe, sit down, take a lot of selfies, and that was pretty much it. And I kind of felt, I started feeling that I'm so old. I started looking old to myself. And that was happening in my real life. Multiply it by like 5,000 people who I could see every day on Instagram doing practically the same thing, just looking good on Instagram. I did not want to take that anymore. So, yeah, I mean,
That's interesting. Like, for example, I get what you mean. And honestly, I don't blame, um, you know, the younger people about going on. Wow, younger people. Fuck, Nisha, I'm fucking sounding like I sound ancient. Younger people. I don't. Okay, so 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds. What else are they gonna do? Because I mean, when we were their age, we would do stuff like
yeah,
doing prank calls. Actually, not even 17 and 18. That's ridiculous. Nobody would do prank calls at 17, 18. Like whatever, 14, 13, 14, 15.
but I
Like
mean, at that
our
point,
idea of fun was
yeah, you
prank
will get
calls and
show
gossiping
off, right?
about
At that
girls.
age. Yeah, I mean, by that
Yeah.
age, you're ready to show off. You want the world to see you. You want the world to appreciate you. You want to show your game. And yeah, I mean, we were doing it offline. We were doing it by going in, hanging out at some clubs or parties or college. But now that
Yeah.
is extremely amplified, and you gotta keep on doing it to be on Instagram. And there's so much competition now. It's insane.
I know. In fact, I feel kind of bad. Like, I'm glad that I'm not in a generation where I have to make reels. I make it because it's fun. I thought it was fun to do, so I made it. But I think over here, it's kind of like a deal, right? If you're in school, I'm pretty sure they'll be like, oh, how many Instagram followers do you have? Who the fuck's going to ask me how many Instagram followers I have right now? Who's going to ask me? Nobody's going to ask me. But I know it's going to be a thing
Yeah.
for like young teenage girls. They must be like, oh, how many followers do you have? Oh, this is the reel you made. Oh, I didn't get that much traction. Only those many likes. Like, I'm pretty sure this is something that they would come across a
I
lot.
know.
And
It is just so insane. I see these girls,
like,
these students who I'm
yeah.
working with in Raipur. I know this girl. She would change her WhatsApp display at least like thrice a week. And she has to look
Oh.
sexy. She has to look hot. She has to have that, that really like Instagrammable or whatever social media face where you've got these really, like pouty mouth and your cheeks are up high and you've got that jawline. And I mean, it's a fucking job. It's tough, man. You can't look like that all the time. And why is that expected of you? And why is anyone expecting that of themselves? It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah. It's a lot to live up to. And I mean, honestly, like if I was that age, I genuinely think I would have an eating disorder by now. Because, the idea of, I'm sure there are a lot of Instagrammers who are not absolutely skinny or whatever, and they might be their authentic selves, but you'll see far fewer of them versus the ones that are really, really pretty, skinny, nice, shiny hair, and all of that. And you will feel shitty about yourself. But like, I guess I'm an adult, so I kind of know that, hey, there's a flip side to it. It's not always going to be like that. She's not going to wake up with makeup every single day in the morning. She's going to look shitty too at some point, and she's going to look really good as well. But like, for the younger audience, they might not see that. It'd be very blurred lines for them. They would probably expect this is what she looks like 24/7, and she's skinny and beautiful and she's going to get everything she wants. And in a way, yeah, skinny and beautiful, and you are getting everything you want, because mostly those influencers are the ones that are actually raking up the money through ads and sponsorships and stuff like that. You'll only see a few of Instagram influencers, what do you want to call it, that are being their authentic self. They're healthy, they're fit, whatever it may be, but they're not as many with sponsors and ads and stuff like that. Everyone wants to look at someone pretty. Nobody wants to look at someone who's regular, because then they would go look at themselves in the mirror. So it's really hard. I see why people would be influenced, but also you have to really think it through, because I swear, as an adult, sometimes I feel bad about myself when I'm looking at like a 16-year-old like gyrating to some music, and I'm like, fuck, look at me, I can't do any of that. I'm old. I don't look like it at all. I didn't even look like that when I was 16. I can't even feel bad about it. Like, I never looked like that my entire life.
I'm sorry, I don't want to say that you ever had it easier than the others, but you are textbook sexy. I mean, you look good.
You say that because you're my friend.
Jannhavi,
I'm a roommate.
But regardless, do you also feel, I mean, at the same time, while you were saying, is the fact that looking, I mean, the fact that looking at something like that on Instagram, how people are so skinny and, them showing off their bodies and raking money. all of these guys, while we see this and it makes us feel bad about ourselves and make us want to change our habits, the way we eat and the way we exercise and the way we dress up, all of that. But also at the same time, do you feel that spaces like Instagram, platforms like Instagram and Twitter and Reddit and more like Instagram, let's say, do you also feel that these platforms have helped create the other side of the voice, which is, you are beautiful the way you are, and it's all right as long as you're fit, and black is beautiful too. All of these, like, let's say Black Lives Matter, all of these movements have
Yeah.
also gotten amplified because of these platforms at the same time, right?
True. I don't know. It works both ways. Honestly, it works both ways. There's good and bad. Sometimes I feel like I was better off not knowing what was happening in another person's life. Then I wouldn't have the choice to compare myself to that person all the time. And comparison just happens. That's what we're built on. We are always comparing ourselves to, either we feel good about the fact that we're better than somebody, or we feel bad about it because we're not as good enough. And that's like a temperament that is always going to be there, and it's just how you control it. But like, for example, back in, like, suppose if we were in the 90s right now and none of this would have happened, the only way I would know about what is happening in Nisha's life is either through some friends who know Nisha, or if I'm talking to Nisha directly, right? Otherwise, how would I know? I wouldn't know. So it limits my exposure to knowing about Nisha and what's going through in her life. And I wouldn't feel so shitty. If you're doing fabulously well, you're my friend, I would feel great. But like, sometimes you just feel like you have to compare yourself, and I feel like I'm better off not knowing. I think that's probably why you're also happier off Instagram, because you're better off not knowing about what's happening in everyone's life all the time, so you don't feel shitty about yours.
You like call it ignorance?
I think ignorance is bliss, to be honest. I'm really warming up to ignorance is bliss. I think I would be happier too. Unfortunately, because I'm in marketing, I have to be on social media platforms and make sure that I know what's happening and be up to date. So I can't really get away from it. But if I could, I would. I really would, because I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't enjoy seeing, and I'm guilty of this because I'm the same person who would freaking take a picture of my salad or pancake and be like, oh, pancakes, like as if you can't see it's a pancake. Yeah, I am that person. I am that person. So I'm also like pretty pissed with myself as well. But yeah, I have actually stopped posting as much as I used to, and kind of like letting it be. I'm just become a watcher. I don't really post that much. I really don't want to have too much of it in my life. And I'm trying to reduce my, what do you call that the time on social media that I spend. I feel like it's such a humongous waste of time, because I could have learned at least about 1,000 skills by now, but all I have done is just consumed useless information that is not going to help me. I've just become a watcher.
Something I must still share this with you. I do not use Instagram, right? And when I talk to people about why I don't use Instagram, I kind of get this face from them, especially people who use it. Like, while you said that you use it, you also added the word unfortunately you've got to use it. But other people who are just using it because they like using it, right? When I tell such people that I don't use Instagram for all the reasons that Instagram can just make you feel so competitive and bad about yourself, and you may actually genuinely get influenced to buy things that you do not need. So you're actually wasting some real hard-earned money as well. These people tell me that, maybe you are easily influenced, and I don't.
Oh yeah.
They would say I'm not so influenced, and I use the things that I got to use, and I cheat the algorithm, and I would I post what I like posting. I don't care about what other people are doing. I do not know how true that is, but at the same time, it kind of really makes me think that maybe I am the kind of person who would easily get influenced and who would easily start comparing myself with others. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure that is if Instagram is the problem, or if I have the problem of having a really low self-esteem. Do you know what I mean?
I think Instagram wouldn't be Instagram without the people participating. So it's really all of us. That's what drove Instagram, right? It's our narcissism, and everyone wants to know what I'm eating or what I'm doing with my life is what's driving Instagram. And it's a huge business, of course. And about getting easily influenced, I think maybe because you and I, to a certain extent, because we're in marketing and we know what we're doing, and our agenda is to push people to buy our products, and that's why we use social media. I think in certain ways, I'm not that easily influenced. I don't buy that many products because I see an ad. I have once or twice, but not as much. in fact, I don't know, like this is shifting away from the topic of social media and everything, but like I have now started making sure that if I buy something, I will only replace it when I'm absolutely done using the shit out of it. Um, because I feel like I have too much stuff. I don't know what influencers do, dude. I think it's a huge problem for them. They must be having like amount of free stuff and makeup and this and that. Where do they put it? Do they even use it? I think at some point it must be just clutter to them, dude. And I feel like half my stuff is already clutter.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh God, it's such a waste. I'll tell you. The other day, I had gone to this restaurant along with my sister. I don't use
Yeah.
Instagram. She does. There was this lady who was sitting right behind us with a guy. And my sister turned back, looked at her, and then she looked back at me and she said, "You know what? She's a food blogger in Raipur and she's got like 25,000 followers or something. Oh, sorry, much more, like 60, 70,000 followers or something." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's nice." And to see like a blogger from such a small city, that was always nice. 5 minutes later, this girl looks at us, this food blogger, she looks at us and she says that, "You know what, drinks are on me. Just have these drinks." Because she had like
Aw,
8 drinks
that's
on her
sweet.
table. No, but I mean, that was sweet of her, but she had like 8 drinks on her table, which she was just going to leave
Right.
away. She was just there, take some photographs, drink a little bit of maybe a sip or two of all of those drinks. And then she also mentioned that it was such a big waste. We had like a drink from her table, but there were 7 drinks still left, completely like uselessly
Untouched.
wasted. Yeah, untouched. By the time she left, sad. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at some point they're just like, okay, I got free stuff, but I don't think that euphoria of getting free stuff is still there. And I think it's just like, they must be like, oh, fuck, where do we put this shit, man? Like, where do we put this? And I'm
Yeah.
already fed up with the amount of stuff I have. So yeah, I've actually stopped shopping. I've stopped buying stuff that I don't need. I really don't need it anymore. I'll only use stuff that I know I'm going to absolutely use it. Um, and for me, it's huge because I used to love shopping, dude. The amount of fast fashion that I have consumed, it's crazy. I used to because I used to go to Dubai a lot for holidays because my dad lives there. I
Right.
would just go rogue. I would fucking go rogue in Forever 21 and H&M, and then I'll bring it back. And I know at the time that I don't even think I like the clothes. I just wanted to have it because I can. And then they just sit in my cupboard. And then until I give it away to my friends or like whatever, pass it down and stuff. It still has the tags. It's such a waste. And I feel bad. This is hard earned money. And I wasn't making any money that time. I was just a kid. I was just in college. So yeah, hard earned money of my parents just gone and like stuff with tags that I'm never gonna wear. I know I'm never gonna wear it when I'm even staring at myself in the changing room, but I still end up buying it, you know, it's a real problem. But yeah, I've stopped. I've really, really stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I will wear the same clothes 10 times and I'll take 10 different pictures in 10 different places with the same clothes and post on Instagram. And I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I don't care at this point. I think there's no point cluttering your life for no reason, dude. It's not cool.
But what do you do with stuff that you don't use anymore? Like, do you
I give it away. I give it away. I give it away. A lot of my friends like the clothes I have, so I give it away to them. Sometimes I swap my clothes with other people, or you know, just pass it on, give it to an orphanage, give it to somebody, let it be used. Let it not just sit in my cupboard like that. Like, look at me, dude. I only wear black, and I have like 5, 10 black t-shirts, and I know I'm gonna gravitate towards that anyway. So then I know that if that's what I'm going to do, there's no point buying other stuff when I know I'm gonna wear this anyway. Like, I'll wear the most worn out clothes, even though I have brand new spanking clothes in my cupboard. But that's just the way I am. So yeah, I know what my problem is. So I've cut it down entirely.
Yeah, I guess I totally feel you. I'm wearing this t-shirt that is actually my friend's father's.
Oh.
Really old t-shirt, and I always end up wearing this. My arms would only reach out to this t-shirt, and this is my go-to t-shirt. Yeah.
I'm wearing these pants that I bought from Goa when maybe I was like 17. They were supposed to be like these, it's supposed to be a jumpsuit kind of a thing. Man, I don't know what you want to call it, but it doesn't reach my boobies anymore. So it's now just on my waist. So it's just like pants.
Really?
I don't know what the fuck you call it. So I'm just wearing that and a black t-shirt, standard. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, anyways, I think a lot of fast fashion's been getting a lot of flack, and yeah, I mean, I've been watching so many of these documentaries, and basically anything we like is a problem. So you should just, it's like anything you like, it's a problem for us. You know, fast fashion. I was
Yeah.
watching the documentary. I was just talking to you about a Seaspiracy. If you like seafood, it's
Yeah.
not good for the environment for sure. You're a problem. You're totally contributing to it. Fast fashion, landfills and landfills of clothes and cloths that won't disintegrate for years and years to come. That's a problem. Plus, you're exploiting people in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, all these places. You're the problem. So basically, we are a problem, and anything we like, we shouldn't like anymore. 100%.
I kind of feel living itself, every day that you live, you're impacting the world in a
A very
atrocious
negative way, in
Yeah.
a horrible way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what
You
I don't
can't
know.
even
So
drink coffee in the morning because, you know, somewhere somebody is getting, some marginalized community is getting affected because of that. You can't eat
exactly.
chocolate. You cannot wear these kind of clothes. Even the internet, the fucking internet that we use, it's affecting birds and oh my god.
Yeah, we can't. We are such a huge problem because we're so fucking greedy. And yeah, so basically, okay, this is kind of like, again, pushing it to a different topic altogether. But like, I feel like we're such a problem and we're such a nuisance in general. And a lot of people ask me my opinions on babies and stuff like that. And I genuinely don't think I want to have a child because of it. I feel like the impact that I would have to an environment is just like I'm literally making another person to consume more stuff. And I don't know if I want to do that.
I absolutely feel. I kind of feel like adding another baby on Earth right now is adding another piece of junk. It's really, I mean, crazy.
Yeah, in a harsh way, but yeah, like
Because I mean, we've already added so much junk on this planet, and we do not have a way forward yet. We've not cracked the
yeah.
code yet. How are we gonna survive this? What's the point of adding another human? And you're gonna make that human suffer, and that human's also gonna feel guilty about making the rest of the world suffer because of him or her. So absolutely. But what do you feel about adoption though?
I don't think I like babies in general, so I don't even think adoption is an option as well. So it's like I don't want to make my own because of the environment, and I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. There's something called a biological clock that's just bloody not ticking for me. At times I feel like maybe it is just about to start ticking. Like sometimes I look at a kid and I'm like, oh, yeah, I know, but like this is I don't know, primal instincts. You're supposed to feel something towards babies and kids, and I don't feel that as much.
Not
I
at
think
all.
I mean
I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos of babies, and I find them so cute.
oh no way. I was averse to babies and kids. Now I'm not averse. I'm just like indifferent. Sometimes I'll find them really cute, but other times it's just like it doesn't affect me in any way. It doesn't affect me in any way. I don't know why. I don't know what it's got to do with me, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't have the natural thing, man. I'm weird. Fuck, I don't know.
But
I
you
know
love
a lot of
dogs,
people like
right?
me.
You love dogs. You love puppies, and you like.
Yeah, I do.
You're not like a
I do like
psycho.
dogs and puppies. I'm not a psycho. I'm not a baby hater or child hater or anything like that. I just don't know if it's for me. I don't know if it's something
Talking about
I'd
psycho
want to have.
baby haters and children and adoption. I would ask you about something, okay? Because there's something
Oh
I've been
yeah.
watching the past 2-3 days. You know how we are in this lockdown phase and we just start watching
Mm.
some crap, and then you like go into this rabbit hole and you dig more and
Mm.
deeper and you find all of this shitty conspiracy theories. But I want to ask
Oh
you,
yeah.
did you ever follow what was happening with Michael Jackson and him being a child
Bad dad
molester?
or child molester?
Yeah. Did you like ever like watch his trials or read up
I
about?
haven't. I know that he did dangle his baby blanket or whatever the name of his baby is blanket outside a window of like some fancy hotel in Paris, if I'm not mistaken. But I haven't really closely. I didn't know there were trials, to be honest. I did not really look at it closely. Why have you? Is there a documentary out there?
Yeah. So there's this new documentary that's just like I think only like a couple of months ago it got released.
Okay.
It's called Neverland, Leaving Neverland. Neverland was
Okay.
the name of his mansion, and
Okay.
then there's this amazing interview of Michael Jackson. It's called Living with Michael Jackson by Martin. Martin Bashir, like a
Mm-hmm.
uh, Indian British guy who's made this documentary.
Okay.
He films Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson, that was 10 years after his trials had like gotten finished. And Michael Jackson was
Mm-hmm.
saying that after this documentary, his reputation in other people's minds would change, and the way they were perceiving him earlier as a child molester would change, because then he'd really be able to show his other loving side. um,
Mm-hmm.
but after this documentary, his reputation went even further down, and there were some things that happened in this whole documentary, like certain kid who was sitting on his lap and talking about how
Oh yeah.
Michael Jackson makes him sleep with him on his bed. After this documentary, there was like his house was raided again by cops, and there was this another round of trial that happened against him. It's really
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Fuck. This is some weird ass stuff that happens out there. But like, I don't even think Michael Jackson's the only. There are people who are just not right in the head, and it's not just Michael Jackson. There's a lot of regular people also. You don't even know. Someone in your building could be like, I don't know, a child molester. You just don't know anymore. It's not just Michael Jackson is an iconic figure, so yeah, you're aware of what is going in the trials and all of that. But like, regular people are child molesters too. Just
Absolutely. But like
just
people
never
like
fucking
Michael
know.
Jackson, I mean, while
Hmm.
I was watching the interview, I was just feeling that these people don't really think that they're doing anything wrong from like internally in their heart. Because he kept saying that I love them, I love these children. This is pure love, it's innocence. And
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt bad for him. Maybe he doesn't know any better. He really kind of, these kind of people, when they do wrong shit, some of them really don't feel guilty or they do not regret it, and I feel worse for them because maybe they really don't know any better.
Yeah, I don't know about knowing any better. There are a lot of people to tell him that, bro, that's wrong and that's messed up. What you're doing is messed up. So maybe inside, deep inside their heart, they don't see what the wrong bit of it is, but I'm pretty sure he has people telling him that that's messed up, Michael. You can't have a kid sitting on your lap, and you can't sleep with a kid on a bed that you don't even know. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing, dude. I don't think you can be that ignorant of it. But yeah, there's a lot of messed up stuff out there, and I think that's going to be a different podcast altogether when we get into all of those things. But yep, the human mind is pretty fucked up.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, tell me one thing. We
Mm,
started with our podcast like 2 years ago, like you were mentioning.
yeah.
And that time we were younger and this whole pandemic had never happened. We didn't even suspect anything was ever going to happen
Yeah,
like this, right? And
true.
now 2 years later, something like this, we're sitting remotely and obviously we're both under lockdowns.
Mm.
Do you feel what kind of change do you feel in our podcast right now? What kind of change do you see in us 2 years
I
after?
can't speak. I don't know, Nisha. I can't speak for you that much because even after our podcast, you got really, really busy with work and you were killing it at work. And we didn't really see much of each other because I was doing my own thing, you were doing your own thing. Then I quit, then I traveled, then I was in a different country studying and stuff like that. So I didn't get to see you that much that I can tell you what the change is. But if you want to talk about being like if you want to talk about reflecting, if you were reflective during the lockdown, I know I was to a certain extent. I would spend a lot of time, like I said, when the lockdown first started, the first couple of months, it was literally like you could not meet anybody, you could not do anything, so you really ended up just being with yourself.
Hmm.
So at that time, I would think about who I am, what I am doing, but not as deep enough.
Hmm.
But to a certain extent, I started trying to enjoy my time with myself and not depending on a lot of people, because I am someone who loves to hang out with my friends. I think
Hmm.
everyone does, but I genuinely crave human contact with the people I like. With the people if I don't like people, fuck no, I don't want to be around at all. But with the people I like, I love meeting them, talking to them, and all of that.
Yeah.
And that kind of stopped. So for
Yeah.
me, it was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So I don't know about reflective, but I would often think about what do I really want in life? Why am I doing what I want? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And then I would obviously like spiral down to a nervous breakdown. And then I would start off again. So there's a point in time that I really it was a love-hate relationship with spending time with myself. If I spent time with myself, I would understand things about myself that I didn't like, and then I would just have a bad breakdown. And then the other times I would just try to ignore spending time with myself. That's when I used to just binge on Netflix or YouTube and try not to be in my conscious, like I
True.
wouldn't think for myself. I just
Like
wanted to like
checking out.
consume
Yeah.
and not deal with it at all. And that was also pretty unhealthy because eventually everything comes up. So that was what I went through. What about you? Like, how was it different for you when you were before and after?
Pretty much the same, I must say. But also, I kind of feel that I really enjoyed spending this time with my family, and it was happy time. I mean, we definitely were fighting a lot, but I think this lockdown was so much about me being with my family and really being like children again, because you grow up in a family environment, but after a point your homework becomes a priority, and you come back from school, you're busy doing your homework, and after some time your friends become a priority. So you come back home, you do your homework, you meet with your friends, you come back home to sleep. After a certain time, you're beginning to take pressure of society and what kind of things you're going to study, so that becomes a priority. So this sort of just chilling at home, and after which obviously you leave for college, and I came back home after 9 years. So I kind of feel that just chilling at home without giving two shits about what was going to happen in your life after 2 months, or taking any sort of pressure, not meeting with any of your friends, just being at home and lying on the ground and watching TV endlessly and eating junk food and talking to your parents and playing Ludo. All of that was ass.
It was like summer holidays.
Absolutely. And I really did not feel any kind of pressure, honestly. The best thing was that it wasn't only me who was out of a job, or who was back home to Raipur, such a small town, or who was disconnected from her friends, or who was, having to stay locked down, like almost like grounded. It wasn't only me. The whole world was going through this sort of shift. And that kind of made it feel all right. But I think this second wave, whatever this beginning of the second wave has been, this has been really a bummer. And
really, the first one was not as bad. The second one is really fucked up for you.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know if you feel the same way or not, but the first time you were actually kind of excited, and I mean, in the first one, I kind of really felt it was like a vacation. After a while, it started feeling like, okay, I'm done with my vacation. Now I want to start doing stuff. But it just kind of went on and off and on and off, like a really stupid breakup. And now to know that you're going to be locked in again because it's only getting worse out there, that really bummed me out, because now I want to get out there. I want to like start like doing stuff again. I want to like, take on challenges. I want to do stuff. I don't want to be sitting with my family again right now. So that this has been a bit disappointing. And with regards to introspecting and internalizing things, I feel I am able to introspect a lot much more when I'm actively indulged in something, when I'm actively doing something, when I'm challenged, when I have like projects in hand, when I'm going through that grill and going through that pressure. I have more to introspect then. And in a space like this where there's not a lot to do, there's not a lot many challenges, there's not a lot to, there's no boss on the top of my head anymore. I don't really know. I mean, there's not a lot of introspection that happens for me then. Just like a dead fish. There's not a lot to do.
Really?
Yeah.
So funny for me, I actually felt the opposite. The first time when it started, I was without a job. I was spending time with my mom after a long time, and it's just the two of us in the house. And we would quarrel a lot because at that point in time, no maids, nothing, everything we had to do on our own, dishes, cooking, all of that. And that fucking domestic life got to me. And kudos to everyone who's doing it on their own. That time, it's bloody hard, man. It's not easy. I mean, I'm very, very, very happy to have a roof over my head and food in my fridge and everything. But yeah, man, I was not used to cooking and cleaning and doing any of that stuff. And I mean, I would often quarrel with my mom. So I think the first time, the first lockdown, it was really hard. I hated it. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was miserable, and I couldn't have the physical touch of another human being, which I absolutely need. I couldn't get a hug except for my mom, and she was done hugging me at some point. So but the second lockdown, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because I'm used to it. I know what to expect. um I'm glad that I could do whatever I could before it. I'm glad that I could celebrate my birthday the way I wanted it to. And
Yeah.
yeah, I had my slice of fun. So I'm okay for what it is right now. And right now it's about, getting this, like, reducing the amount of cases as quickly as possible, because
Yeah.
other countries have already opened. My friend is in Australia and he's gone to Tasmania for a holiday and he's fine and he's having an amazing time. And I want to reach that point where we can go back to how things were.
Yeah.
But yeah, although the only thing I'm very happy with is working from home. I
Absolutely.
love working from home. I
Yeah.
love it. I
Wow,
will
I
say it. I
forget about that.
freaking love it, man.
Like, really?
I
Like what? Don't you want to meet your team? Don't you want to have like a desk and a chair and work from there and have that sort of?
I have a desk and a chair at home. I have my routine over here as well. I see the people that I work with, my colleagues, bosses
Yeah.
on Zoom.
Yeah.
I feel maybe I'm also very introverted. So for me, this is such a nice and safe environment to be at home that I don't want to go to work. You know what I mean? I don't want
Yeah.
to go. I'm very happy. And I think my productivity and efficiency is also really good, dude, because
You
I'm someone who has major anxiety.
Mm,
Yeah, I have major anxiety. So I used to be always anxious about going to work and what to expect and how to be with people. And here I know that, okay, I'll have a call, I'll get done with it. And then, yeah, it's up to me how I manage my day, how I get my shit done. And I will make sure that that happens. Like, but over here, you're not dealing with people like constantly. So for someone who's introvert and very anxious, it's really like, it's fucking bliss to me. It's
yeah.
bliss. This
Okay.
is the best corporate job ever.
But let me ask you this. I mean, a part of going to school or going to work is the journey from home to going to work or school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
every time like somebody wakes up and gets ready and you would actually step out of your house, put on your shoes, makeup, and take that auto or take that bus, go
Mm.
to your office, go to your school, sit there, and then the journey way back, like you pack your bag by the end of the day and come back home and then say hi to everybody. I think that movement, that also is such an important part of feeling like, yes, I have reached somewhere and I'm ready to, I'm done with my day and I'm ready to go back and change my environment. Don't you feel that
I
is
understand,
something you
I
need?
understand what you mean,
Yeah.
because it's like you're in a limbo right now. You're not truly living because
Yeah.
you're not outside. You're
Yeah.
in a limbo. Like, life is happening. You're
Yeah.
doing the things you used to do. It's just that you're indoors, and yeah, life is sort of in a limbo
Movement
because
is
I'm
restricted.
supposed to.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I'm saying your movement is restricted.
Yeah. Like, I was supposed to be living in Bombay right now, having my own apartment, all that jazz, and none of it has happened. And I've been like, ever since lockdown started, I'm like, oh, okay, next month I'll go, next month I'll go, and it's been going on and on and on. So basically, I'm fed up with the fact that I haven't moved yet, and I feel like I haven't really truly lived life
Yeah.
that year. But at the same time, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this weird limbo vacation time that I'm in. I'm still okay with it. I don't know how to explain it. It'll go down in history. I think I won't have kids. Maybe you'll have kids and we can explain to them what really happened during these years and stuff like that. But I don't know. So it's kind of a break for everybody.
But don't you feel like, I really feel like I'm losing my youth in this fucking limbo, this fucking waiting room? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I'm genuinely not okay with it. Every day that is passing by, I kind of feel like I've not done enough and I've not seen enough places. I've not met with enough
Oh,
people. I've
yeah.
not even like moved my legs enough, which is not cool.
I think you can just say, hey, I never really spent my 25th or 26th year. So it's okay. I'm not going to add them. It's not really my
You can
25th or
try.
26th. You can't really, you can have that. I mean, okay, honestly, for me, I think you know this, right, Nisha? I have this thing where it's such a basic bitch sort of a thing, but I think it's really helped me and made me stay motivated about life in general, because I'm such a nihilist and I always have existential crisis, and I'm like, I don't mind dying at this point. Like, is there something really wrong with me? I know a lot of people are like me out there, but I've never been excited about life until I started something where I knew that, okay, if I'm 25, I have to finish 25 new things before I turn 25.
Yeah.
Like, that's the goal. People have a bucket list, a bucket list. Mine is just like, I have to do something new, and it has to be many number of things. All right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be major. It does not always have to be skydiving and facing your fears. It could be smaller things that you haven't done before, but they have to be new. That's the rule of the thing. Has to be new, and you've never done it before. And I fucking struggled during lockdown to find creative ways of things to do while I'm in lockdown. Like I solved a Rubik's Cube, and I did like small stuff that it seems like nothing, but for me it was like the first time I was doing it. So I was very happy with myself. But it's a challenge, dude. It's a challenge to do things when you're indoors, because when you have an outdoors environment, there's so many possibilities. You could go with a friend, and with that friend it could turn into an adventure of doing something. You can't do that when you're indoors. So I understand when you feel like your youth is being wasted. So I'm trying the best that I can right now to do as many new things as I can, because I can't fuck this list up. Like I have to do it before I turn, like I have to finish 26 things before, oh wait, fuck, I'm 26 already. Sorry. I have to finish 27 things before I turn 27 next year. Like I have to do it.
I think
Come what may.
such a kick-ass thing that you're saying, because I kind of feel there are many times when when there's no lockdown, there was no lockdown, but even after that, there were so many days that just felt like the same. It was routine. Even going out with my friends didn't seem any exciting, because you do the same thing, go to the same bar, drink the same beer, smoke the same cigarette. It just felt like the same thing over and over again. But this that you're saying, it is really good. It's really good. In fact, I'm gonna do this. So I have like 9 more days of the lockdown left. I'm gonna do like 9 new things. That's it. I'm gonna
But
do.
are you really gonna have 9 more days?
I hope, or maybe more. But yeah, this sounds really good. What I mean to say is what you're saying about trying to do like something new. It doesn't have to be anything big. Even the small pieces.
You can do one thing,
right?
Nisha. I just so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I contacted another girl named Jannhavi Desai on
What do you
Instagram.
say?
No, just like randomly. I was like, I'm gonna reach out to a bunch of people that I've never met before. And I was like, how about I just go with my name? And I actually did reach out to somebody, and she's in Bangalore, and she's really nice. She likes dogs, and she's really cool. And we actually chatted, and we had conversations.
Dude, this is like golden.
Dude,
This is too good.
yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah.
What else have you done? Like out of your
I have to go check my list, man. But I've done a bunch of random stuff, and I really enjoyed it.
This is really cool. What about your poi? How's that going on?
Not so much, man. I don't think I've really picked it. I did go to, okay, so I was really, I don't do it. I've only done it in front of close friends. What poi is basically, think of it as a string, and attached to a string is this LED ball that changes color. And if you keep swinging it, it'll turn into beautiful patterns and stuff. So you have one in each hand, and you can move it around, and it creates these beautiful visuals while it's like a dance. It's a dance form from New Zealand. Anyway, so I used to do that in front of Nisha, because in fact, when I was learning poi, when Nisha was around, and she would really hype me up and stuff like that. So I would actually go and go for classes and stuff.
Yeah.
I went for like a few classes. It wasn't as helpful, but yeah, it taught me the basics and everything. And yeah, but I haven't done it so much. But I picked it up and I went to a park right after when things started opening up. And I did it in a park in front of random people.
Woo! Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. It was cute. It was cute. Kids loved it. They were just like, what the fuck is this? And they really, really liked it. But yeah, I felt
cool.
Yeah, I've never done it before. I'm a very shy person, and yeah, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, you like
slowly. I got a lot of weird looks, but mostly it was a positive thing that happened.
Oh God, this is so cool. Maybe you can start your own poi class in the park.
I don't think I'm experienced enough to do it yet. I'm still like a little baby beginner. But yeah, someday, why not?
But good. I think I'm gonna do this for sure. I definitely want to do like 25. I'm 25 years old, so I'm gonna do 25.
Yeah, Nisha, stop fucking putting it in my face, okay? You youthful thing.
25, like 25 only.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. I feel so good about myself right now.
This feels so good, dude. You've really given me a present. This is so good. I needed this. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I have been typing on Google things to do during lockdown, recipes to make during lockdown, everything around lockdown. But I think this is the best thing that you've given me. This is it.
So I'll tell you what, okay? I'll send you 2 links. It's about these 2 women, and they have created their own list, except it's more like a bucket list. But I take inspiration from it wholeheartedly, because I can't come up with so many creative things. So I went through their blogs, really good. We'll add it to the description once we upload it. And yeah, you can find loads of stuff that you can do that you've never done before. That's why I picked up the whole thing where you contact your namesake So I contacted another Jannhavi Desai. So that's why I picked it up from one of these ladies. And yeah, you can go through it too. Really good stuff.
Dude, I am just amazed by how people put stuff like this on the internet, and someday
Yeah.
somewhere from another side of the globe is able to access it and make their life better and more livable.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
amazing.
I know. I'm
Magic.
very thankful. Seriously, it's that is like the greatest gift, and that's what's keeping me sane and motivated about life in general. Otherwise, I'm just like,
You know
yeah.
what you should watch? I mean, my gift to you. There's this amazing. I found this graphic porn on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
This amazing couple who kind of like make this sweet porn stuff. Okay, things that they do at home, things they do with each other, and they create like a graphic representation of it, cartoons and.
Is it Katana?
Sorry, what?
Is it Katana? Katana Comics?
No, it's not Katana. Okay, Katana.
Oh, okay.
Something I've heard.
It's cute. It's sweet.
Ah. So no, this is another.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share the link with you. This is another.
Okay.
It's such amazing. Oh, it's too cute, and they only do like porn. It's basically graphic porn.
Okay, no, Katana's not porn. She's like totally like PG rated. I wasn't sure if I heard porn, so I was like, wait, did she just say porn? I couldn't quite understand. But yeah.
It's the best porn I have ever seen. It was so good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's intimate. It's not like gross. It's intimate, interesting stuff you can do. You could try.
Mm-hmm. I could.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. So, do you think we want to do this again? Do you want to do another podcast sometime?
Of course, I would. I don't even know how many minutes is it. I think we started off with 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
I kind of feel it's more than that. But tell me one thing: why are we doing this? Like, why do we want to do this together? What is it? What do we want to talk about? What is it about? Why are we doing this podcast?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we put on. I don't even think we know what it is. I think of it as a time capsule. If people watch it, that'd be great. If people don't, this is a memory of you and I that we can look back when we're really old, knitting stuff. Or okay, I don't think I'm gonna have kids, so there's no grandchildren. Maybe for your grandchildren then. And then we can listen to this and we can just be like, oh yeah, we did this thing and it didn't work or it worked. It doesn't matter. We still get to have a conversation and spend time with each other. And that's the most important thing out of it. And it'd be great if people heard and it helped or whatever, we could spark other conversations. But yeah, I want to spend time with you and I want this friendship to be evergreen. Yuck, this is such another old person's word, evergreen. But yeah. I do want it to be that. So if this is a way to keep it going, let's do it. This is spicing up our friendship. Spice up your friendship life.
Yeah, that sounds like a little bit. You want us to friendship to remain lit, not ever.
Yeah. Oh, yuck, lit. All right. Yeah. But anyways, I think we'll wrap it up because I think we've already gone ahead of what it should be. Nisha, do you want to like close it?
Why don't you close it? You know, I'm shy.
Why don't you? God, you're so shy. What is wrong with you?
Of change. Lockdown's changed me.
Oh, God. All right, fine. Anyway, thank you for tuning into our podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you think there's something we could discuss, do let us know in the comments below. And yeah, and we'll see you next week. Nisha, are we committing to this like wholeheartedly? Are we seeing each other next week?
Let's fucking do this, man. This is so much fun. Let's fucking
Okay, fine. We're committing to next week. So we'll be uploading next week. Okay, bye.
Okay, I was going to say something, but bye.
Okay, no, go ahead. No, finish it.
I was saying it would be actually really cool if we got comments or suggestions from other people about.
We don't have enough viewers. I think we have like 10 viewers. Probably less.
Maybe we call people and take suggestions.
That's sad. Okay, fine. We'll just ask our friends, what would you like to hear? And then we'll post something related to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. Now, are you done? Like, are you done now?
No, I'm gonna say I love you.
I love you too.